case studies on ABM, ratio analysis. So now we understand the meaning of case studies in the sense numerical case studies. So numericals, how important they are, and that also ratio analysis. So how important they are, you understand that. So watch this video till end. We'll be solving 2 case studies, and remember 2 case studies means 5 marks each, roughly 10 marks. So 10 marks is a huge difference between passing and failing, okay, right? So follow this video till the end. Also download Adda247 app on your mobile. Also join Officers Adda YouTube channel. In this app you'll be getting the study material plus live lectures plus tests plus notes, everything which you want. You'll get it over here. So don't go here and there. Directly join this Adda247 app. Okay. So here we have started this batch of case studies of ABM and BFM. So join that as fast as you can. I'll come to this later. Before that, let's start with the topic. Okay. Compute the following ratios. Means we have to solve the ratio analysis. One sec. We'll have to solve the ratio analysis problems. So compute the following ratios. So which are the ratios required? Liquid ratio, fixed asset ratio, debt equity ratio, current ratio. So these are the 4 ratios, 1, 2, 3 and 4 ratios which are required. Okay. And what is given? Equity share capital 15 lakhs, fixed assets 14 lakhs, reserve funds 1 lakh, stocks 50 lakhs. Now stock means here doesn't mean shares, it means inventory. Okay. 5 lakhs, 6% debentures 3 lakh. Okay. Then debtors 2 lakh, OD 1 lakh, cash 1 lakh, creditors 2 lakh. Okay. So these are the things which are given, and you have to find out these ratios. Now what is the difference between all these ratios? I have taken a separate video on this, so kindly follow that video. Ratio analysis, bifurcation. Okay. Remember, I'll just give you a short, in short I'll give you, there are 3 types of ratios, functional ratios. Okay. 3 types of ratios. One, this profitability, I'll write it short over here. Profitability. Second is turnover. Okay. And third is solvency. These are the 3 types of ratios always in any ratio analysis. Okay. Solvency is of 2 types, short term and long term. You have current ratio over here, then liquid ratio over here, right? In turnover ratio you have debtor turnover ratio, DTR we call it. Then this debtor period we have this another ratio, and ITR, inventory turnover ratio. Okay. Or stock turnover ratio. Here profitability we have 5 ratios. Which are the 5 ones here? 2 of them are common, means 4 of them are common. One is gross profit ratio, GP ratio and NP ratio. Okay. Net profit ratio, 2 gone. Then EPS and PE, right? Again 2 gone. And last one is operating ratio, operating profit ratio. Okay. Operating. So this is the in a summary. I've solved these various bifurcations in the separate video, so follow that. Okay. So let's solve the problem over here. Okay. What is first? Liquid ratio. What is the formula for liquid ratio? Liquid ratio means what? Liquid assets upon current liabilities. Okay. Liquid assets. Now what are the liquid assets over here? Okay, I'll tell you again what are the liquid assets. Remember, there are 2 parts always. Okay. One is current ratio, liquid ratio. Similarly, current asset and liquid asset. So current asset consists of, I'll write it over here. See this current asset, this full circle I'll make this current asset. Okay. So what are the current assets? One is inventory. Okay. Second is I'll write it prepaid expenses. Prepaid means what? If I have paid the rent earlier only, for next 1 year I have paid the rent, so that is prepaid expenses. Okay. Next is what? Let's say debtors. Debtors means the money, I have sold the material to somebody and I have to get money from them. Or receivables also you can call it, debtors or receivables. And last one is debtor, this is cash and cash equivalent. Cash means it not only consists of cash but cash equivalent also, gold and everything. Now this is all current asset. Okay. Current asset. Now remember one important part. Out of this current asset, these 2 over here. See this. These two are liquid assets. So what do you understand from this? Current asset is a full picture and liquid asset is a short part of that, half interval. Okay. So always remember, liquid asset is a part of current asset. It can't be separate from current asset. Okay. Liquid asset is a part of current asset. Got this point? Okay. So now we have got this liquid asset. Let's solve this. Debtors and cash. So let's find out what are debtors. What is given over here? See this. Debtors is given as 2 lakh and cash is given as 1 lakh. So now just add it. Debtors is 2 lakh, cash is 1 lakh. So we have 3 over here. 3 lakh. What about current liabilities? Current liabilities consist of what? Here there are always 4 to 5 parts in current liabilities. Current liabilities will be all short-term liabilities which are to be paid within 1 year. Okay. So it will be what? OD, then CC, then term loan EMI. Remember this, term loan EMI. Okay. Then all payables, anyone you have to pay urgently, all these are current liabilities. So what are there? What are they over here? See this. Current liabilities given, yeah, creditors. This is 2 lakh. Then second is OD. This is 1 lakh. Okay. Anything else? Stock, debentures, no. Long term, equity, long term, equity, long term liability, fixed asset. Fixed asset is different altogether. Reserve fund. This is R&S, long term liability again. Okay. So only 2 now. So 2 plus 1 again 3. 2 current liabilities, creditors, and plus 1 plus it will be debtors. This overdraft also. So 1 lakh. So what is the answer? It should be CR 0.5 or something different. Let me see. Are you getting this answer as 1.5 or 1? Who is getting the answer as 1 and not 1.5? Correct. Type fast. Who is getting the answer as 1 or 1.5? Type fast. 1, 1.5, 1, 1.5. I deliberately made this error over here because I wanted to check how many of you are thinking yourself. Correct. So the answer is 1 over here, not 1.5. Why? Because see this. I'll write it over here. What are liquid assets? 3 lakhs. Okay. 3. I'll just write it lakhs over here. And what are the current liabilities? Again 3 lakhs. Because we have added this 2 plus 1 OD, right? So that's why the answer is 1 over here. Okay. And those who have just copied this answer 1.5 and typing in the comment section, I'll tell you, visit again. Go through the problem again because you need to solve the problems yourself. Okay. Second is now fixed asset ratio. Fixed asset ratio means what? Fixed asset upon long term funds. Okay. Fixed asset upon long term funds. What are the fixed assets? Let's see what is given. It might be given over here. See this. 14 lakhs directly given. So FA is 14 lakhs. So easy. I'll write this FA equals to 14 lakhs. FA 14 lakhs. Okay. Got this 14 lakhs. Then what are these long term liabilities? Okay. Means long term funds we call it. Long term funds. What are the long term funds? Equals to, let's add them. So which is the one? Equity share capital is there. Yes. Reserve fund is there. Yes. It is a part because it's a part of the owner's capital. Then stock is not a part of this long term liability. Debentures, yes, these are the parts. So 15 plus 1 plus 3, so 15 plus 4, 19 lakhs. See this 19 lakhs, you have got it over here. Okay. So what is the FA ratio then? 14 lakhs upon 19 lakhs. So that is 0.73. What does it mean? If the FA ratio is 0.73, it means that, is it good or bad? Means what? Fixed assets are 14 lakhs and long term funds are 19 lakhs. It means this customer or this client has used 5 lakhs out of his long term funds to borrow the current assets, because fixed assets are only 14 lakhs. So where are these 5 lakhs gone? It is used to buy the current assets, and it is a good sign. If somebody, and remember, these 5 lakhs will never be used from these debentures or anything. Okay, they'll always be used from your own equity share capital. So owner's fund, he is using it. So it's a good sign. It means that 5 lakhs of the long term funds are gone into working capital, which implies he has put his own money in running the business. So that is the best part for any business. If any owner puts his own money in the current assets, it means he is very serious about the business. Okay. Next, debt equity ratio. Debt equity is very simple. Long-term debt upon owner's capital. What is the long-term debt? Okay. What are the long-term debts? Means outside loan. Remember, debt, long-term debt means outside loan, and this owner's capital means inside loan. Okay. So long-term debt. What is the long-term debt? Debentures 3 lakh. Okay. Then anything else? No. Only 3 lakhs. Because outside loans are only debentures over here. See this. I'll make this cursor bold, a bit bold over here. See this. Yeah. Debentures are 3 lakhs over here. See this, debentures. Okay. And are there any outside loans? Any other outside loans? Means long-term outside loans. Okay. Because this OD is outside loan. But what happens? Creditor is outside loan. But what happens? It's a short term. We want long-term loans. So only 3 lakhs over here. Nothing else. So long-term loans is 3 lakhs. Okay. Now owner's capital. What is the owner's capital here? Owner's capital always consists of 3 parts. One is share capital, reserves, and net profit. Always here, I might have written it over here. See this. Owner's capital consists of 3 parts: equity, reserves, and net profit. So what all is given? Equity is given 15 lakhs. Yes, 15 lakhs. Reserves given 1 lakh. Yes. Net profit given no, not given. So we'll take it as 0. So add them. What do we get? 15 plus 1, 16 lakhs. So owner's capital I got it as 16 lakhs. So what is my outside loan now? 3 lakhs. What is my inside loan or my own fund? 16 lakhs. So 3 upon 16. Debt equity ratio is what? 3 upon 16. So it is 0.18. So is it good or bad? Outside loan is 3 lakhs and my own funds are 16 lakhs. It means what? I have more funds of mine, huge funds of mine, vis-a-vis my outside loan. So it's a good sign. Owner has huge funds of his own vis-a-vis the borrowed money. So he is very serious about the business. Okay. Now the last part. Last part is the current ratio. Current ratio I have deliberately not solved it. I want you guys to solve it. Let me get the answer from yourself. What is the answer for current ratio? Give me the answer. In the meanwhile, I rub all the remaining things over here. Okay. Give me the answer fast. I am waiting for the current ratio answer. Okay. Then I'll solve it over here. What is the current ratio? Formula for current ratio? Okay, I'll solve it over here. Current ratio equals to current asset upon current liability. So what are the current assets now? Okay, current asset I'll write it separately. Current assets are, what are these? Let's say equity capital long term, fixed asset long term, reserve fund long term, stocks, yes. So 5 lakhs over here. I'll write this figures over here, 5. Then what is next? Debentures long term, debtors. Debtors are again current assets, so plus 2. Plus OD, no, that is a current liability. Cash, yes, so plus 1, right? Plus anything else. What is last one? Creditors. So it's a liability. So what is the answer I am getting? 5 plus 2 plus 1, 8, right? And what are the current liabilities? Current liabilities means short term. Again, we revisit everything. Equity share capital long term, fixed asset long term, reserve fund long term. Then stock we have taken into current assets. Debentures long term, debtors long term, asset short term assets. Okay. So current asset. OD, yes, OD is a current liability. So equals to 1 plus, what is next? Cash. Cash is asset. Creditors, yes, this is again a current liability. So 2 lakhs. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So we get the answer as 3. So what is the current ratio now? Now it's easy. You might have got it now. 8 upon 3. So what is the answer? 3 to the 6, right? 2.66, right? Is it good or bad? See here, current ratio always from 1.3. Suppose if the current ratio is 1.33, let's say, it's the best ratio. Up to 2, it's good. After 2, although the company is doing very well, but there is a problem in that company. Means it is buying huge assets. Okay, huge assets, current assets, which are for which are lying in the inventory or the go down, which are of no use. So this is a point of concern. Always remember, 1.3 to 2, it's a good ratio. After 2, although the company is safe because it is having huge current assets, but it means that they don't know how to use the funds logically. Okay, so this was a case study. Again, coming back to this case study batch, remember this 20 plus hours of interactive classes specially designed for CAIIB July 22 exam master revision batch. Okay, recorded videos are available, and remember, In ABM and BFM, you have 12 case studies, each of 5 marks. So 12 5 is 60. Your passing mark is 50, right? So definitely your passing or failing is decided by this case study batch only. So join this batch as fast as you can. Why? And also about this fees, see here, use this code Y432. You'll get a discount. Okay, let's I'll discuss this at the end. Let me solve one more case over here. Okay, so revenue from operations, that is 3,40,000. Cost of revenue from operations 1,20,000. Selling expenses 80,000. Administrative expenses 40,000. Now this is a difficult one. Okay, we have to calculate the gross profit ratio and operating ratio. Firstly, to find out the gross profit ratio, what is the formula for gross profit ratio? Gross profit ratio is, say this, I'll write it over here. What is firstly the gross profit? GPR. Okay, I'll write it GPR over here. GPR equals to gross profit upon net sales. Remember, always it's net sales. What do you mean by net sales? Net sales is total sales minus sales return or any expenses which have been borne for this. So gross profit is what? See here, there are two ways of calculating gross profit always. Okay, one is gross profit. Let's see gross profit. Say this. Simplest way I'll tell you, sales minus cost of goods sold. COGS we call it, cost of goods sold. Okay, so what is sales given over here? Sales given is 3,40,000. See here, revenue word means sales. Always remember this. So sales given is 3,40,000 and cost of goods sold means what? Cost of revenue from operations. Now cost of goods sold can be named as cost of revenue from operations, cost of sales, cost of goods sold, cost of operations, anything the name can be. Remember the word is cost over here. So 3,40,000 minus 120, that is what we get it as GP, gross profit. Now I've got this gross profit, so now calculate the gross profit ratio. Gross profit ratio is what? GP upon sales, right? So GP is what? Just now I got it 220 upon sales is what? 340. See this. See here, now you'll ask me how do I know whether it's net sales or gross sales. Okay, if nothing is given, always use whatever figure is given to you. Okay, so consider this as net sales. So 220 upon 340 into 100, of course into 100, because any ratio percentage when you calculate you have to multiply it by 100. So do the calculations yourself. Are you getting this answer? 64.71. Check this. Everyone type the answer 64.71. Are you getting it? Type fast. Fast. Yes. Are you getting this answer? Yes. Now we have got this answer. Let's move on to the second ratio, operating ratio. What is the operating ratio? Operating ratio means operating cost upon net revenue means sales. Okay. So operating ratio equals to, I'll write it over here. Operating ratio equals to operating cost upon sales. I'll directly write it in simple words, upon sales. Remember, gross profit ratio, the more the ratio it is better. Net profit ratio, the more the ratio it is better, right? P ratio, the more the ratio it is better for any investor. But operating ratio, the less the ratio it is better. Why? Because its numerator is operating cost. If the ratio is more, it means operating cost is more. It means company is not doing very well. Okay. So let's move on to the problem again. So what is the operating cost? Operating cost is cost of revenue from operations plus selling expenses plus admin expenses. So all these expenses are added. See here, cost of revenue from operations is generally cost of goods sold plus selling expenses plus admin. All these are added. So 120 plus 80 plus 40. What do you get? 240. Okay. So now we have got this operating cost as 240 and sales we already know 340. So 240 upon 340 into 100, right? So that's what you get, 70.59. Is everyone getting this answer? 70.59. Try it yourself and understand this: cost of revenue from operations plus selling expenses plus admin expenses. Okay. So that was it about the case study. Again, coming back to this this case study batch, remember this code Y432. I'll tell you how to use this code because this is very important. It will reduce your fees drastically. So how is the fees reduced? Let's see. One sec, let me show you live on Adda247. Go to Adda247 over here. See this. You are on Adda247 now. Click on, check the first page. On the first page itself, you will see this JAIIB and CAIIB. Click on JAIIB, CAIIB. Once you click over here, you will see this CAIIB batch over here. Click on CAIIB. Okay, once you click on CAIIB, you will see all the batches over here. See this, all these batches. These are already going on. Okay, and then you click on view all. Once you click on view all, you will see this. You will see this case study batch. Click on this case study batch. Okay. Click on this case study batch, you will see the details over here, the same details which I have told you. See here, you can read it. What will you get? What is CAIIB? What are the subjects covered? Everything will be there. Plus the highlights over here. See these highlights. Okay. See here, 20 plus hours of 22 interactive classes specially designed for CAIIB July 22 Master Revision Batch. Recorded videos available. And then the fees. See the fees, 8799. Click on view offers. Once you click on view offer, see this code Y, put this code Y432. Okay, click apply. Once you click on apply, see this 8799 fees is reduced to 2023. 77% off. Such a huge off, right? So this fees, whenever you clear CAIIB, in how many months will you recover? Roughly your increment is 1200 to 1300 on an average. Okay. So even if I consider 1200, 12 to the 24, in the second month you are a surplus. So remember, this is an investment for lifetime. It's not only for CAIIB. Go for it, and I'll suggest you go for the live classes as fast as possible. So I'll stop over here. Meet you tomorrow.